All right, folks, here's the junkyard engine. Now, this is customer supplied. I have no idea if it's any good, if there's how many miles are on it, or if it's even the right engine. So no idea there. This is where we left off. That's all the junk I peeled off the junkyard one. Of course, you know, when they take them out at the wrecking yard, they, you know, cut the harness and cut the hoses and all that stuff. So you have to take it off. Plus, even if they didn't cut it, I wouldn't use it because I want to make sure that, you know, the ECM pin configuration, everything is, you know, for this car. So I just got it back basically to a, you know, to a long block essentially. Left the injectors in it, high pressure fuel pump, you know, coils, exhaust manifold, water pump. So hopefully it is the correct one. I've read the comments before, you know, some of you folks own shops or work at shops and get super pumped if a customer, you know, supplies their own parts, which I don't care about. Most of the time my labor rate is higher if you bring your parts. And of course there's no warranty. Of course there's a warranty on my workmanship, but there's not a warranty on the part. You know, I don't care if this motor's bad or not. I get paid either way, and then I'll get paid to do it twice, so it's kind of a win-win. I don't want to sound like a jerk. I mean, it's not a win-win. It's a win-win for me. I guess the fact of the matter is I can't lose. I don't have to eat anything. Just cutting some of my zip ties off here. Had this stuff out of the way. Of course, you know, I'm very transparent with my customer too and let them know, yes, you can bring me an engine. If it's no good, that's your problem, baby. You know, in which case, you know, this guy, you know, agreed with. I'm not going to do a hack job or a crappy job just because he brought me his own part. Guy just wants his car fixed. So anyways, typically if I sell a used engine, I have several buyers that I buy engines from, and I always buy them with a warranty. So a parts and labor warranty. If the customer doesn't want to pay the extra $400 for the, you know, 1 year unlimited mileage, parts and labor warranty, I won't sell the engine because I'm certainly not gonna, you know, eat it myself. I mean, it's a used engine. So that's the only way I sell them. If they don't want to buy the warranty, well, you can go buy your own engine, bring it to me and still have no warranty. But then it's just, you know, it's off my conscience, it's not my problem. So that's how I do used engines. And it may have even mentioned it. I don't even know what was wrong with this one. I wasn't asked to diagnose it. He had it at another shop. They diagnosed it, but couldn't replace the engine. Woo, excuse me, allergic to work. At least that's what I was told, so here we are. Come on, baby, there we go. So I'm just gonna work on getting the wiring harness off and getting stuff swapped over. It's kind of just the monotonous, tedious part of the whole job. Gotta swap the intake and all that garbage. And just to forewarn you, I'm probably going to fast forward through some of this, show you the process, but not every single clip, every single fastener. It's tedious enough. You guys don't want to sit through an hour or so of that, I'll tell you that much. Free tip for you though, this is a big harness. I don't know how naturally it's going to lay, so leave yourself some clues, particularly on spots where it doesn't seem it's obvious. Like I had to sneak this out of behind the water pump, so I just leave myself little notes behind the water pump. And then that way there, you get this in place, some of the rest of it kind of falls in place and it will kind of all fall together. Hey Josh,
Yeah.
we gave me a 13 wrench. I think that's about it, folks. Oil level sensor down here. Plug that in. Get that clip there. No sense in putting the intake on. I had to take the old intake right here off the junkyard motor. I couldn't remember if this ran above or below that hose, but I knew it clipped in the intake. I just couldn't remember where. This is the injectors. We'll leave that unhooked, because we still need to have the intake off. I think we need the intake off, take the starter off, take the bell housing out, or take the torque converter bolts out rather. So we're gonna leave that off. So we've got some extra wires down here. We've got to tighten up our grounds. That's for the starter. That's for something else. I don't know what, something in the intake, probably map sensor, I would imagine. And then this is all the crap that came off that we had zip tied up to the front. This must go in the intake too, right? What we got? Well, we got throttle body. Yes, we got throttle body. Then, yep, then a map sensor here. So, like I say, this is the old intake. I think everything else is plugged in. Everything else found the home. So let me tighten up these ground wires. Let me put our coolant hose back on here before I forget. Make sure the clamps are all good. I want to tighten up all my grounds, and then we'll proceed from there. All right, folks, I'm gonna call it quits for the night. It's quitting time. I got things I want to do. Cat hair. And they're snuggling my kitty. That baby's pretty much swapped over. I think I'm gonna run down to the Harbor Freight and grab us one of those 1,000-pound lifting tables. It should be, you know, high enough capacity to pick this thing up and down. And I think I'm gonna do that simply because it would have been nice when we're lifting it off if we could have unbolted it and scooched it forward just a little bit, because we had lots of room in front, but it was really tight to the back on those brake lines, and where that, you know, they got that piece of carpet over the back of the engine there. I mean, so far so good. It's pretty easy swaps. Not a, you know, overly difficult one, just time consuming. So I ran out of time today. I had too many other things going on. I got a lot going on tomorrow, so I don't know when we'll be back on it. Hopefully sometime tomorrow, but just doing little chunks here, putting them out like this. Hope you guys liking it. Don't get too frustrated that they're all little small parts of the same car. So anyways, catch you on the next one.